6 blocks away.
That's cheap. Was that cross country to you?
No.
That's cross block.
No, because you were, yeah, because you'd be like, hi from Michigan, and it's like, oh, well, I live here too. But I was thinking maybe you meant it like to my YouTube fans.
No, oh, okay,
Yeah.
good.
I mean, there's only like 5 who watch them regularly, but
Hey,
here,
that's fun.
you want to say hi?
Hey, how you doing? That makes it fun. Hey, how you doing,
It's-
YouTube fans?
It's Gary, right?
Gary, yes.
I remember you.
Thank you.
Yep,
Good.
because I sat over there like years ago. I still have the video where your dogs came up to me.
Oh, good job.
It was very
Good
cute.
job.
Good to see you again.
Enjoy your cross country trip.
Yeah. Thanks. Bye. Hi, sweetie. You want to be in the video? Aww. You want to be in it? Want to say hi? You're so big. Yay. Good to see you. Thanks for being in the show. He's almost as tall as me. Hi, I remember you. So cute. Hi. You guys are so big. What are their names again?
Laban.
This one's Lapin.
Yeah, after Rachel and the Bible, Papa.
Aw.
And that's Tux because he's in his tuxedo.
I remember. Okay, Tux. I remembered your name, but I didn't remember Lapin's. Aw. Nice to see you guys. You guys are as tall as me. Actually, if they were on their back legs, they'd be like twice my height. Hi, buddy. They're so cute.
Just little boys.
Yep. Thank you. Yeah, everything is always the close-up, like, selfie angle. That's very sweet. Well, have a great walk.
Thank you. Yeah, we're heading home.
Oh, right, yeah.
Okay, let's
It's
go.
impressive.
Let's go, Tux. Come on, come.
Bye, Lapin. Bye, Tux. Bye, Gary. We are getting to learn new things here. We are getting to be a little more clear than we've been, and it's kind of scary, kind of sad, and exciting too, to become yourself, when you haven't felt allowed to, when you haven't felt allowed to. No one really told you not to be, well they did, but like a TV show they said it kind of jokingly or mockingly. They just made fun of people like you until you learned you shouldn't be like you. Shouldn't be like you. But why shouldn't you be like you? There's another dog, a different kind. Why shouldn't you be what you need to be to feel free, to feel like you're lifeline to yourself, the self in you that feels resonance with the things you do when you're alone, with the things you do when you're alone at home and no one's watching you, with the things you want to do but feel so trapped inside society's rules. They were made for you. They were made with you in mind. They were made to hide your kind. 'Cause it's a scary kind of society if all things are valid and if all things are free. It's a scary kind of society for people who like control. It's a scary kind of world to look out their window and see everyone being themselves in ways they don't understand, where they're not in command, where no one's in command, where everyone is in command of themselves and their time. And I could rhyme 1,000 rhymes like a lifeline to your soul, but you could write your own. You could learn to let go, you could learn to flow, you could learn to let go, you could learn to flow, you could learn to let go, you could learn to flow, you could learn to let go and flow and flow and flow like a river gaining speed, moving faster to yourself, which moves slowly like time standing still. And I'm afraid to be myself still, even after all this time. It still feels scary when a stranger takes my phone and turns it on my strange little outfit and my knee-high socks that I wore to make a point, or I wear to be myself. And I can be like a flag for America too, and I can wear my Black Lives Matter shirt and say that love is love is love to you, and I can believe what I want to, and you can believe what's true for you. And if there is no objective truth anymore, then how do we know what to do unless we all go into our inner compass and find the path, find the light, find the way that feels right, find the way that feels right to you. Your way won't feel right to me. That's why I'm kind of careful with how dang preachy I get. 'Cause my preaching is just to get you to see that you're your own preacher, and I'm my own preacher, and I'm my own teacher, and you are my teacher. Sometimes you teach me by showing me what I don't need. Sometimes you teach me with envy and with so much, I guess it's greed. I guess sometimes I look at people who have what I want and they look free, and then I learn to be more free. Even envy's a compass, so find your compass, find your light. It may not feel right to anyone but you, and maybe not even to you. Some nights when you're alone and you feel sad and you feel like you built a world which barely, oops, I bumped low power mode. I think it's okay. understand. 'Cause you don't have to understand. You can just follow along. The song will write itself if you just follow the song. If you just follow along, the song will write the song. Your life will write the song. Well, that wasn't the song I was going to write, so maybe God, the universe, spirits of nature, angels, intervened, had Gary cross my path so that I wouldn't be so dang serious. I was going to write a song. I can almost remember the first verse. It was something like about how I'm sorry that I'm like letting people down by existing. Like, I'm sorry if how I live is embarrassing to you. Like, why write that song, Jess? You've written that song. I mean, why write any songs? At this point, I've written probably every song that I ever could need or could write up till now. So, like, up till now, there's nothing else I really need to say. So I could just stop now and never write more songs, except I assume, based on how my life has gone, based on how change feels, based on how growth feels, I assume that I may feel a little differently about some subject tomorrow or a week from tomorrow. And that feeling of difference is what generates wanting to still write. Sometimes writing is something I do out of boredom. Like, it's just a way to entertain myself. And sometimes I think I'm writing because it's a way to mark growth. It's like notches on a door frame, you know, like, oh. And I don't mean growth as in better, just growth. Like a tree, when it's a tiny little sapling, might be growing perfectly straight, and then as it grows, it may bend to avoid something. We have this really cool tree in our, or it's more like a seasonal shoot, I don't know, flower plant thing. It's got these weird little berries that look like little pumpkins, but they're purple, they're tiny. Anyway, but this year it's like Brian's had to cut it back so much so that we could use our driveway, that now this year there's regular hedges and then it's growing like really far at an angle. And like, clearly that's an example of growth not being better, because it's about to literally fall over. Like, it can't sustain that. And then there's one piece of it that is growing straight up, like through the bushes that it's kind of trapped by. And that part's probably the most okay, but so it's not that I think growth is better, it's that I think growth is growth. I think growth is what happens. It's cause and effect. It's a reaction to something. So I don't even think growth needs to be believed in. It just is. We're all changing constantly. Whether or not we feel like we're changing, we are changing. And you can try to hold still and really fix your reality and fix things in time and mark them with flagpoles and say this thing will not change, but you're not really in control of that. Sorry, I just got a nice smile. I think what I am, especially if I'm just like playing ukulele walking down a street,
More like an asshole.
I think it gives some people I don't want to say courage. I think the reason that me existing the way that I exist makes some people smile is because I think it's joyful and enjoyable for people to see things being done a little differently sometimes. And I've been doing this in this town for so long now that maybe people have seen me once before. Maybe that's why they smile, because they're like, oh, there's that girl who talks to herself, talks to her own phone, and always has a ukulele, or in some cases like this has a keyboard. But like, this is my weirdest setup. Like, I don't normally do that on a corner where lots of cars are driving by, because because that's really weird. Like, my back was to passing traffic, and I'm blocking kids who wanted to just walk down this little thing, and, you know, it's, it is weird, I get it. But I remember the first time I sat in front of Gary's house, like, 2017, I was making a check-in video. It wasn't even my song of the day. I think it was 2017, it might have been 2018, and his dogs came out and said hello, and, like, that was one of my favorite videos. And, like, I remember I almost didn't sit there, because I felt like this is someone's house. I don't have any right to sit here. But I didn't sit on his yard. I sat on the little thing. You know, like in the US, if you don't know, like the yard on the other side of the sidewalk is not, that's public land. So you're allowed to sit there. So I was like, well, I mean, you have to mow it for the public, but you can't be like, you can't step on this. Like, anyway. And of course he didn't, and he wouldn't, and nobody would. Like, that is such a weird idea. But we're taught, after childhood, you're just kind of taught not to do that, not to do anything that would draw any attention to yourself. I mean, I literally walk down streets and sniff flowers. If I see a flower, I will bend full over and smell it. Especially if I see lilacs or roses. Like, do you know how much courage I had to muster to become somebody who does that? That's insane. Because it's like a social thing that's kind of ironed out of us as adults, like as if that's considered being weird or being childlike or being annoying or just, I don't know. It's just random rules and social constructs that I don't understand. They have not served me, and breaking them, defying them, has served me greatly. Because now I can go on a walk, and instead of paying for entertainment, I can go on a walk and smell some flowers and play some ukulele and feel like I had the best night ever. I don't know. Anyway, there's video number, hello! There's video number 3. So, that's about it. Have a nice day.